Welcome to another episode of A Breath of Fresh Jacob, where I was going to do that spin-in thing that I like to do, but there's a cat asleep on my foot, and I really don't want to wake her up, because she's super cute.
No. Wait.
Anyway, today's question comes from Born96 and asks, DLCs for video games are a hit or miss depending on what's included. How do you feel about DLCs in general, such as cosmetics or sometimes story progression? Okay. DLC is more often than not worse than it is better. I can immediately think of a lot of examples of bad DLC, but, you know, I can actually think of a few good ones. We'll come back to that. But you mentioned here, such as cosmetics. Here's how I personally feel about cosmetics, or microtransactions, which I guess are technically DLC, but anyway, that's a discussion for another day. I don't care. I really don't care. If you want to spend some money to put a cool skin on a gun, give your character an outfit, if it's just a cosmetic thing, if that's for you, good. I don't give a shit. I've bought cosmetics in games before. It doesn't really bother me. Now, the issue comes in when it becomes pay to win. Let's say you're playing a shooter game, just Call of Duty. I don't think Call of Duty actually has this. It's just an easy example for me to make. Let's say that in order to use shotguns, you had to buy a shotgun pass and it was $9.99. The only way you could use a shotgun is if you paid money. That would be ridiculous and people would lose their minds over that. Some games were built from the ground up to be pay to win. One of those semi-newer Star Wars games I know was like that. I didn't play it because I don't have time. But the other half of what you asked there is sometimes story progression. So this is one of my least favorite things about DLC, and that's when important story, whether it be main plot or backstory or whatever, like seriously crucial stuff, is locked behind a DLC paywall. To give an example I think everyone can agree with, I'm going to use Asura's Wrath, or Asura's Wrath, whichever it is.
Asura.
The game ends on a cliffhanger, and the end of the game, like the final boss, you have to pay an extra like $7 or $8 in DLC to be able to do. Even if you get like the secret ending of the regular game, it's just a build up to that fucking fight, and it's like, nah, buy the DLC. That's insane. You were given an unfinished product and forced to pay extra later to finish it. That's insane to me. You don't really notice this much anymore, but back in like the 360 era, I can distinctly remember buying DLCs for certain games, and the download was like 4 kilobytes because you didn't actually download the content. The content was already on the disc, or if it was a digital version, it was already downloaded. You just had to buy a key to unlock it. That meant that it was content that was going to be in the base game. They just decided to, for some fucking arbitrary reason, put it behind a paywall. And that's so shitty. That's so scummy. Money, am I right? I'll give you another example that I feel like people might be a little more divisive on, and that's, oh god, what was the name of it? Hang on. From Ashes? It was DLC for Mass Effect 3, and I want to say it was a pre-order bonus DLC, but if you didn't get it as a pre-order bonus, then you had to buy it later, and it was like $10. But, spoiler alert for a game that is over 10 years old now, in Mass Effect 3, that DLC, you get a Prothean as a squad mate. And he's a badass, too. He's great. But he's a Prothean. Those of you that don't know anything about Mass Effect, the Prothean's like the biggest fucking mystery of the game. A society that just vanished 50,000 years ago. Any and everything you can find out about the Protheans would be amazing. And you gotta pay $10 in order to get info on the Protheans. Like, to me, that's locking really crucial story stuff. If it was just the squad mate and no other plot, whatever. But giving you insane backstory for what happened 50,000 years ago in the Mass Effect universe, it's kind of a big deal. And that's locked behind $10 DLC. To me, that's kind of scummy. Some people would probably disagree. They'd be like, it's just like flavor or whatever. Okay, whatever. But in my opinion, it's kind of scummy to do that. It is great DLC, though. Speaking of great DLC, though, oh my god, Mass Effect, right? Like, the whole series has some fantastic DLC. All the Mass Effect 2 DLC, like most of the Mass Effect 2 DLC is really good. The Normandy DLC, all the DLC for all the different characters you get. Kasumi's DLC is so much fun, so good. Zaid's is really interesting with extra like vehicles and stuff, and like the way that you can approach doing it. And it's, oh man, it's really good DLC. Mass Effect 3 also has the Citadel DLC, which is amazing. You talk about fan service, the DLC. Ooh, kitty cat got off my feet and is now asleep on the cat tree right here. That's why there's a little bit of poop right there. Oh, the kitty here. Oh. Okay, she's ignoring me. It's okay. Sometimes DLCs are really good. Sometimes DLCs are kind of shit. Fallout New Vegas had some good DLCs. There was one of them I didn't care for, but it's been over a decade since I played the DLC for that game, so I honestly don't remember which ones I liked and which ones I didn't. Bioshock Infinite's got some really good DLC. It's got some shit DLC, but Burial at Sea, I think it's called. It's really good DLC. What else? What else is good DLC? See, now I'm trying to remember some good DLC. What else did have a good DLC? Oblivion. Shivering Isles, right? You got to go to Sheogorath's place and chill and hang out and do some cool stuff there. That was fun. Got some cool weapons from there. I mean, the Jabberwock, that stick, doing crazy stuff. Actually, fun fact for you, a little story about Oblivion. I did the DLC before I beat the game for the first time because when I first bought Oblivion, it was the Game of the Year edition. And I did the Shivering Isles before I beat the game. And when I got to the very end of the game, and there's the boss, and you gotta like get past him and go to the temple or whatever, I used the Jabberwock on him, and the effect it hit him with was paralysis. So the final boss just got stuck. He was just frozen by the effect of the staff, and I just walked between his legs, went into the temple, and beat the game. It was really stupid. It was really funny. Borderlands 2 had some good DLC. Especially the Tiny Tina DLC. That was so popular, they made a whole game based on that, which actually just came out like less than a month ago, right? I unfortunately missed it. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I've heard really good things. I heard it has a lot of D&D inspirations, which is really, really cool. As much as I've gushed about some good ones, there are just as many, if not twice as many or 3 times as many bad ones out there. I mean, oh my god, I just remember that train simulator game on Steam where to get like all the DLC costs like $2,000.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
It's like, come on, what the shit, dude? There was another game that did the Asura's Wrath thing. It was Dead Space 3. It had DLC that was like, it felt like it should have been like on the end of the game, and it wasn't. That was one. I can't remember anything about it because I actually never played it. Yeah, locking like heavy important story content behind DLC I think is really scummy, especially day one DLC is garbage. Anytime a game comes out and you have to like prepay for DLC that doesn't exist yet, like the company's already decided that they're gonna make a bunch of DLC and they already want you to pay for it. Call of Duty used to do that shit a lot. They probably still do. I've kind of fallen off of the Call of Duty train. I used to get every season pass, everything. I mean, Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1 and 2, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, like all those, I was season pass, and me and my friends would play every night, and DLC was just a thing that you accepted. But now that I can be picky about everything, like DLC is a cool concept. Unfortunately, a lot of companies abuse the potential that it has and has turned it into such a negative thing that people just turn their noses up at DLC. And understandably so, because there's a lot of shitty DLC out there. But it does have a potential good, and I think it does have a place in gaming, even though it has been bastardized because of greedy companies. EA. You know. But yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to say there, so you guys probably won't get this one for a while, but this is the first one I've actually sat down and recorded in a while. We've had some things going on. We weren't able to record the episodes. We weren't able to get everything edited and put out, so we had to take a break from stuff. But hey, we're back! We'll have already been back for a few weeks by the time we get to this one, because I already had like 3 recorded ahead of time, but it's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good, okay? Okay, cool? Alright, I'm gonna go, because this cat's adorable. I want to pet her. I'm gonna pet you. Hi, baby. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Yeah. She's like, why the fuck did you pick me up? Hi. Okay, you can go back to bed now. But yeah, thank you for watching. Share it around if you liked it, and it's good to be back. Hopefully we'll see you next Sunday, because that's right, we're doing it on Sundays now, which you'll have already figured that out by the time this... It's fine. This is like time travel. It's weird. I'm talking to people that will have... All right, I'm going to go. Share the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye!